Beside me is Jay Mansur, Vice President for Advancement and Communications at Asbury Theological Seminary. Jay, we appreciate you taking time out to be with us. Right now, one of the amazing stories at Asbury that's going on is with the student housing. So take a little time out to talk about that and what's happening and how all that came about.
We're in the process right now of finishing 150 family housing units that actually doubles the footprint of our physical campus. And that all came about as a result of one donor, Bill and Carol Latimer, that came forward, and they got to know Asbury in a great way, and that is through one of our graduates. They had been attending a church in their hometown, had heard what they would consider liberal type preaching. They have a home in Florida. They visited a church. They went about 3 or 4 weeks and went up to the minister and said, "We've never heard preaching like that before. Where did you get your training?" And he said, "Asbury Theological Seminary." And they said, "Where in the world is that?" They learned more about Asbury. Their first engagement was they started by scholarshiping 40 students, 40 full-ride scholarships. And later, through involvement, they came forward with now, we're building 150 units. And these are hardwood floors, granite countertops. In fact, I tell the students all the time, your first parsonage likely will not be this nice. The cool thing, it's all paid for. All cash, no debt. And it's really changing our economic model because the revenue from that generates student scholarships. So when a student writes a rent check, they know the majority of it's going back into student scholarships. It's a great story.
That kind of leads into my next question, and that is with seminary education, the financing of it is huge, especially with those. Some are coming with families. I know that Asbury's sensitive to that, so speak to that issue a little bit.
Yeah, it's a key priority for us. We just passed our 2023 strategic plan, and one of the 10 values in there is to provide robust scholarships. We know the reality is we're not graduating doctors and business people that are going to go out and make large salaries. So we're attentive to it. That's actually one of the cornerstones of our development operation is to develop student scholarships. And then in addition, this housing is providing a new revenue source. But in addition to that, we're spending time with the students while they're in seminary talking about what does the Bible say about debt and doing some training, co-curricular training that comes alongside the MDiv curriculum to make sure that they're prepared and understand what does it mean to really, when they accept that student loan, and what are the costs of paying it back and all of those types of things. So we're working together with the curriculum in a co-curricular type manner, and it's having a great effect. But it's a serious issue for us, no question about it. It's a serious issue for the church. Yeah. Moving forward.
Yeah, and this becomes an issue with District Ministerial Board of Development in the Wesleyan Church always. Yeah, let's just end here with just an open-ended question, and that is of everything that's going on at Asbury right now. What's one of the things that you point to that really excites you?
One of the things that we're really excited about is a brand new initiative called Seedbed, and it's at seedbed.com. And Seedbed actually comes from the root word seminarius, and it talks about seminary. And really, what we're doing is we're sowing seeds for a great awakening. We believe in resourcing the local church, resourcing the laity. A lot of our graduates say, you know, my experience at seminary was phenomenal, but I need ongoing resources. I need training materials in the Wesleyan tradition for my lay folks. When you go to a local bookstore, it's pretty tough to find Wesleyan material. We're providing that resource digitally through the Kindle store, Amazon, all those types of resources, Bible studies, lay training, etc. It's a huge initiative for us. And again, it's one of those 10 values within our strategic plan is to come alongside the laity and really support our graduates.
You and I had the opportunity to eat supper tonight. Talk a little bit about, you're talking about how some people are taking this and actually using it for Sunday school classes, and talk about the online dimension and how they're using that.
Yeah, we have one piece of Seedbed, which is called the 7-Minute Seminary. And what we're doing is we're taking issues, big questions for the church, and we're having one of our professors get behind a camera and talk about it for 7 minutes. And they're actually taking those segments, because all internet-based, setting up a laptop and or through the internet connection of their local church in a conference room, and they'll have that 7-minute seminary play, and then they'll talk about that subject. And it's really the huge issues of the church today that lay people are addressing, and then also an opportunity to reach out. What does the church say about homosexuality in Scripture? That's a great opportunity to begin to engage those conversations that you wouldn't normally have, and it's been huge. And we're putting together a portfolio of 100 or so topics, from ethics to homosexuality, right down the line. And we call it 7-minute seminary. It's been unbelievable and well received.
Yeah. Well, again, this is Tony Casey with the Technology Show. We thank you for joining us. Goodbye, everybody.